Walking into a clean home is one of those little things that in the moment we might just be like, oh, we can relax, it feels good. But do we really consider like what it took to get there and just really appreciate how that makes us feel? And then that way, when we're going to be, say, going out of town or just leaving our house to do something, taking the time that it takes to get things just so that we feel that more often. And I know that that's something that I like to do. Of course, I love to clean up my house and everything to get it just so, but oftentimes when we're leaving in a mad rush or something, that's not always, like, it's one of those things that we can put on the back burner, right? We can say, oh, well, we'll get to it when we get home. But that feeling that you get when you walk into your home and it's just clean, it just feels so good. I remember a while ago, someone started, like, I don't know if it was a hashtag or what, but I remember some content creators doing this where they would take a picture before they left and just, how good that feels. And that was something that I did before we left to go to Arkansas, was just to make sure that the house was nice and clean, down to mopping the floors and just making sure everything was done. Because there is no better feeling, I feel, when you come back from a trip than walking into your home clean. It may even still smell clean, hopefully. And it just was so nice. So that was the little thing that I wanted to share with you today, was that it made such a big difference to do that, to put in that time to clean things up. And like, everybody was in the car before I was done. I think that they were in the car waiting for quite a while, because some things just can't be done until everybody's not in that space. You know what I mean? Like, Jorge was still packing some things, so there was a bunch of trash on the table, and it was just something that it delayed our trip a little bit. But I mean, we were also leaving kind of early too. It's not like somebody was waiting on us or anything. But as far as the timing when we wanted to leave by, that didn't happen. We were already kind of running a little bit behind. Jorge still hadn't packed yet. And there were just some things that he wanted to make sure to have. And then I did have the kids pack the night before and do their laundry, but we were also leaving early in the morning. So they were getting up, they were getting themselves ready, and just, we had them doing some stuff too. So something else that I did was I got everybody to come back inside, like all of the kids, after they were done, they were packed, they had all their stuff in the car. I had them come back inside, because then I did a little bit of an inspection, which, inspect what you expect, right? After I did a little bit of an inspection, their room was a disaster. So, I called everybody back in. I said, we are not leaving until you guys have done this, because this is what needs to be done. We are not going to be coming back to this messy room. This was something that I remember as a child. I still take it with me today. I remember my mom making sure that we cleaned up our room before we would go to the lake, or, on some trip where we would be away for a few days. And I just still have that. I think about that whenever I go on a trip. I think about my mom having us do that, and that feeling that I got when we came back home. It was the best feeling. So even though they were kind of bummed, to have to get out of the car and to come and clean up their room, because all we want to do is go on vacation, right? It was still something that I'm sure everybody appreciated, because there's nothing like getting into your bed that is nicely made and walking into a house that the floors are clean, everything is in its place. Then that's one less thing that is on your mind when you get home. And so when we got home, I was, of course, exhausted. We got home at like 1:20 in the morning by the time we got home. So the last thing that I wanted to worry about were dishes in the sink, or, things all over the place, because we were in a mad rush to leave. So all of that to say, taking that time to clean up your space before you go on a vacation, of course, but also before you leave your house. And then, you know, when you're going to come back from grocery shopping or whatever it is that you're doing, it just makes that big difference to have your space clean. So walking into a clean home is one of those little things that is so wonderful. So let me know in the comments below. Is this something that you make sure to do before you go on a trip? When else do you make sure to do this? Because I know with life, it's just very difficult to do that. Like for instance, when we go to church services, it's not always clean when we're leaving because everybody's running around. It's chaos, right? So let me know in the comments below, when will you not compromise on having your home messy? For me, it's when we're going on vacation. I want to walk into a nice, clean, orderly home and just be at peace. So thank you so much for being here with me today. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye everyone. This video is brought to you by our patrons and all those who have purchased from the Inspired by Nikki store. Thank you. I want to welcome you if you are new and hope you will consider subscribing to be inspired daily to make the everyday beautiful.